Well, hey friends, and welcome back. Today, I want to share with you what's in my backpack. And when it comes to what I carry with me, I really like to keep things simple and low maintenance. I want to have the essentials without any of the excess. That being said, when I'm going to be out of the house for a full day, whether I'm working remotely, going on a day trip, running errands, or anything else, there are a few more essentials that I like to carry with me. So for days like that, I like to carry a backpack as it provides considerably more space than my purse. But of course, even with that extra space, I still like to keep what's in my backpack intentional. So today, I want to share with you all exactly what I carry in my backpack. We'll take a little peek inside. I'm excited to get into this, so if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button below and let's get started. All right, and starting with the bag itself, this is a black leather backpack from the brand ISM. I've had this for about 5 years now, and this was a bit more of an investment piece to begin with, but it has held up incredibly well over the years. I love the sleek, simple design of it, super comfortable to wear even for long stretches. I feel like it has the perfect amount of pockets where it has all of the ones that I want without any kind of useless pockets that I never end up actually making use of. So I really do love this backpack, and several years in, it is still going strong. If you look really closely, it is starting to show a couple signs of wear, but honestly, it is still in great condition. Now let's get into the good stuff and talk about the actual contents of what I keep in my backpack. We'll begin with some of the larger items, the first of which is my MacBook Pro. This is the 14-inch silver, I believe this is the 2022 model MacBook Pro. I upgraded to this last year because I was looking for a laptop that was compact, portable, but also still very high powered, and this has been the perfect choice for that. I love that it's not too big, not too small, it doesn't weigh a ton, so it's easy to bring with me and to use wherever I go. Fits perfectly in my backpack, and it's really easy to use too, so this really has been a great investment. And if you've watched any of my videos in the past, you probably already know that I'm just obsessed with these small zippered pouches. I love them as just an easy way to contain loose items inside of larger bags. In this pineapple one, I used to store all of the electronics that I need for a typical day out. So in here, I've got my phone charging cord, my laptop charger, and my AirPods, which are an absolute essential for working outside of the house. That being said, these are not the noise canceling AirPods. I have been debating getting them though, so if you do have any experience with those, let me know. Do you think that they're worth it, or should I just stick with these? All right, that's really it for electronics. And then the next really kind of bigger item that I always try to bring with me is a water bottle. I love this bottle from LARQ that looks gorgeous and filters my water on top of helping me to stay hydrated. And I'm so excited to be partnering with them for this portion of today's video. And in the past, I've had issues with not drinking enough water, and especially when I'm out of the house, not always feeling confident in the water I was drinking. So I was super excited to discover LARQ, and guys, this is so much more than your average water bottle. I got the LARQ bottle filtered, and this thing is actually a really cool piece of technology. It comes with a nano zero filter, which helps to remove harmful pollutants from your water, such as chlorine, lead, heavy metals, mercury, particulates, and more. This bottle alone is great, but if you want to take things a step further and get the benefits of purification on top of that filtration, you can use their Pure V cap, which is sold separately, to get the added benefits of neutralizing harmful bacteria. I love using the two together, especially if I'm drinking water from unknown sources. And to do that, just use the Pure V cap to first purify the water, then just swap the caps and use the filtered cap to additionally filter the water as you're drinking. So I've just been obsessed with LARQ ever since I discovered them, and I love that I can be really confident in and not have to worry that the water that I'm drinking is clean, which is especially helpful when I'm traveling or just out of the home. So I definitely recommend checking them out. I will have all of the details linked up for you in the description box below. Then continuing on with the contents of my backpack, the next thing that I like to keep in here is just another little zippered pouch. This one really just contains all of my daily essentials. And the reason I like to keep them in this bag is because often, depending on how long I'm going to be out for or what I have planned in a given day, I'll switch between using my purse, my mini backpack, and this bag. And so what I like to do is just keep all of the daily things that I always want to have with me in this bag, and that way, depending on what bag I reach for in a given day, I can just pop this from my purse to my backpack to the mini backpack, whatever. And it's really easy just to be able to grab this and go and know that everything that I need need is going to be inside of this. So it's just an easy way for me to keep things simple and streamlined. It makes it so I don't need to have 3 different versions of each one of these items. Looking inside of this, I'm just going to grab things out of here. We'll talk through them. First up, I have a Tide to Go pen. Just being real here, I'm not always the most coordinated person, and so it's really nice just to have this on hand at all times. That way, if I do ever stint any items of clothing, I can always just use this, and it's also useful to, if a friend spills something or anything like that, just to have one of these. I also tend to get chapped lips fairly easily, so I always like to have a lip balm in my bag. This one from Burt's Bees is probably my favorite. I always find that it just works really well. It's just the classic scent. I also have a hand cream in here. This is the Mango scent from the Body Shop. Again, the Body Shop is probably my favorite for hand creams, and I probably don't use this as often during the summer, but especially during the winter and fall, this comes in handy all the time. I'm not really one for carrying around traditional wallets, but I do like to keep this card case with me. This really has all of the cards that I need. This is just a simple black leather card sleeve. It has 6 slots. I'm using all of them. It has a little space in the middle that you can tuck a 20 into. So I really find that this just meets all my needs, and I like that it's a lot less bulky than bigger wallets. I also keep a nail file in here. I'm pretty prone to getting hangnails, so this is just helpful for those. I have a little travel size perfume. This is in the scent C by Giorgio Armani. This has been my signature scent for honestly years now, and I love it. It's just a really beautiful scent and works great with my body chemistry. And just a couple more things. This pouch really does hold so many of my essentials. I have a little hand sanitizer here. I don't actually think I started carrying around hand sanitizer until 2020, but ever since then, it really has been a staple whenever I'm going out of the house. This is just the classic Germex brand, and I find that it works really well, and it doesn't leave like a weird film on your hands, which that is something that does really irritate me about a lot of hand sanitizers. This one doesn't, which I like. And yeah, it's just one of those helpful things to carry with you. I also have a little lip gloss in here. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Madeline. And it is a very beautiful neutral lip gloss. It's quite affordable as well, which I love. So yeah, great find. The last thing in here is just a small container of ibuprofen. I'm quite prone to getting kind of tension headaches, and this really helps with that. So I just like to have a few with me at all times. That way I can take them whenever I need them. So that's everything that goes into this little pouch, and really all of it fits with plenty of room to spare. We can just zip that up, put that in the backpack. But then there are really just a few other kind of loose items that I like to bring with me when I'm going to be out of the house for the day. The first of which being a reusable bag. I love this one from Baggu. It comes in a small compact pouch, but really easily folds out into a good sized, very sturdy bag. These are really perfect for grocery shopping, for running errands, but honestly, even on days where I'm not planning on grocery shopping, I often like to have this bag just tucked into my backpack. That way, if I do end up just needing something on the way home or running an errand that I wasn't planning on, I have a bag with me and I'm covered, and it really is just a useful item that I like to have on hand. And just one small thing, I often like to keep a hair clip in my backpack. That way, if I'm working outside of the house or end up doing something more active than I was originally planning on, I have an easy way of just pulling my hair back. It used to be a scrunchie that I'd always carry with me, but ever since I cut my hair, I just find that these hair clips work a bit better. Then in the front pocket of my backpack, I always like to keep some Lactaid pills. I am quite lactose intolerant, so I really like just being able to carry these with me so that I always have the option of being able to consume dairy should I choose to. I know that these don't work for everyone who is lactose intolerant, but for me at least, they work wonders. I'll also keep my iPhone in my backpack. This is the iPhone 14 Pro Max. My case is from Casetify, which I have to say, I've always gone for very solid plain phone cases in the back, and this is my first time going for any kind of pattern. I've been really having a lot of fun with it. This little sunflower pattern is so cute. Of course, it goes without saying, but I always bring my keys with me too. I think really the only thing of note here is that I do like to use a carabiner to keep all my keys together. It's really handy just to be able to snap that onto the outside of my backpack if I'm not wanting to put them inside the bag, if I'm just kind of going out for a moment, something like that. But yeah, definitely an essential. That's really it as far as the essentials that go in my backpack every single time I'm using it. Of course, even with all those items inside though, there is still plenty of room to spare. So depending on the needs of the day, what I have planned, there are a few other items that do quite often end up going inside the bag. Now, obviously, this is subject to change depending on what I have going on, but I did want to share some of the more frequently included items with you. The first being a book. Especially if I'm going to be gone an entire day, I really like just being able to tuck a book into my bag. That way I can read a bit if I get a few minutes to myself. The one that I am just about to start right now is Beach Read. I am really looking forward to it. I've read a couple other Emily Henry books and enjoyed them quite a bit, so excited to give this one a try. But honestly, this is just an example. Whatever my current read is, that's typically what I'll tuck into the backpack. Then sunglasses is another very frequently included item in my bag. I really like this pair from Target, and for me, sunglasses is really just a weather dependent item. On sunny days, I'll usually include them in my bag, and on days where it is, very overcast, things like that, I don't usually put them in my bag just because I don't want them to get scratched up. And this is just an example, but one practical thing that I will often pack is a change of clothes, especially if I'm going to be gone all day. I'll often want to change the clothing that I'm wearing depending on the activities that I'm engaging in. So I'll often pack either athletic clothing or casual clothing, just depending on what I'm going to need. And so that's something that often finds its way into my bag. And then last but not least, I've been really getting into film photography this year. My brother-in-law got me this camera for Christmas, and I've been having so much fun just learning how to take pictures with film. It's something that I really enjoy, and it's one of those things too that you really need the camera available in order to practice it. So often if I know I have fun plans for the day, I'll often just put this in my bag, see if I can get a little snap or two throughout the day. Those are just a couple examples of items that often get included in my bag, but kind of like I was saying earlier, it really just depends on what events, activities, and plans I have for the day, and the contents of my bag, apart from the essentials that I showed you, really do shift and flow to fit that. That's really it. That's what I keep in my backpack, and I really do find that carrying these items with me does strike that perfect balance of me having the essentials without the excess, and I always find that I have what I need when I need it, but I'm not carrying around a ton of stuff that I'm never reaching for. So I really hope that this was helpful for you and that it gave you some inspiration on maybe how you can bring less with you, or even what are some essentials that you might want to start carrying as well. Now, I would love to know, what do you keep in your bag? I would love to hear about it, so be sure to let me know in the comments below. Before I go, don't forget to check out LARQ if you haven't already. I know you're going to love their water bottles. As always, I will have all of the information linked out for you in the description box below. And actually, I will try to link up everything that I shared today, not just the LARQ stuff too, so be sure to go there if you have questions about where anything is from. But until next time, friends, don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hope you all have an amazing day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!